And they're taking selfies in the morning before they go to school, making the duck face. Now you understand the obsession, or do you? Did you kind of step in their world for just a few?
Yes.
Yes? Yes. Yes. All right. So what you can do, if it's all right with our leaders of this conference, post the selfies. Someone's saying no, please don't. Please don't do it.
It's probably a form we have to
So before I go on, I want to say thanks to Heather and Lee and Nella. I know that this is going to be already it's a great conference. So let's give them a hand. I also want to thank, where is he? Clarence, right? Yes. Now Clarence, you were in my speech. I didn't appreciate it. You have some of my answers, but it was all right. We're here. But I think it was very good. A lot of times when we as speakers, we as workshop facilitators, when we do icebreakers, we sometimes make it fun, and sometimes we make it attached to the session, but to do it fun and attached to the session, I thought that was a great job. So I want to give you a hand again. Make sure I get your card afterwards. So, the theme of this session is called Cultivating an Entrepreneurial Spirit. Just make sure. There I go. All right, so whether you realize it or not, this conversation, I don't like using the word speech, but this conversation that we're having is going to be introspective. It's going to make you look inside yourself. And actually, again, the icebreaker that Clarence gave us started chipping away, started making us think. And I saw it, especially we had agreed, disagreed. But it was so much deeper than agree and disagree. What was happening is there was some dialogue that was happening at the tables. And then when you went to your sections, then there was more dialogue. Whether you realized it or not, that's a part of cultivating the entrepreneurial spirit. So, as I said, we're going to do not just the self-examination. I challenge you to do an honest self-examination. So let me ask you something. How many of you, again, are entrepreneurs or have businesses outside of Delta? Okay. The ones that have had businesses outside of Delta, how many of you have been in business longer than a year? Longer than 5 years? Longer than 10 years? Longer than 15 years? Okay. How long have you been in business for? What is your name, sir?
Yeah, over 20 years.
Over 20 years. Over 20 years. Okay. So I challenge, whether you've been in business 20 years or you've just been in business one day, I challenge you to be vulnerable with yourself and say, you know, maybe this is something that I need to do. Something that Lisa is saying, this is something that I need to apply, or maybe I need to pivot, or I need to change, or some things I need to institute. Because at the end of the day, it's all about cultivating the entrepreneurial spirit. So let's lay the groundwork for this conversation. The word cultivating is defined as prepare and use the land for crops or gardening, break up soil in preparation for sowing or planting, raise or grow plants, especially on a large scale for commercial purposes. Now let's look at the definition of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risks in order to do so. So I don't know about you, but when I gave the definition for cultivating, there were some words that just jumped out at me. They were prepare, break up the soil, and raise and grow. Prepare, break up the soil, and raise and grow. Now I know some of you are saying, why does Lisa have a tractor, a PowerPoint picture with a tractor and a field? The reason why is because I would like all of us to take the journey of a farmer and look at the life of a farmer and the life of an entrepreneur. Because I have found in conversations, it really makes it more relevant if we see certain things in a different light.
And I agree with everyone in my business, since I'm service and I have to speak, and a lot of times people want to hear how you sound. So what I have found is, number one, if I'm speaking here, for example, someone may say, hey, listen, can I have your card? So that's actually a way that I've advertised. Also my book, You Are Enough, Keeping It 100 with Yourself, is also a way of advertising. And another way of advertising, again, people mention social media. I specifically like Instagram because the clientele that I deal with students, I deal with administrators, so they need to see. They also like the videos. So what I do is I post different posts of my book, my quotes, my sayings. So people think, oh, I like that, let me call her. So that's a big way. And like everyone else is saying, please don't spend so much money trying to advertise, because at the end of the day, it really is about building relationships. Build that relationship. You know, it's not, think of building a relationship and advertising like dating. I'm sure you didn't want to marry that person. If you're married, you shouldn't have want to marry that person like, hey, I mentioned let's get married. No, you have to date them. You have to know their likes and dislikes. So that's how I do my advertising.
Thank you.
If I may, I have actually 3 little nuggets. Number 1, find a mentor. Find a mentor, find a mentor. Because when you're new, you have your ideas and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is wonderful, but you want to have a mentor in your business. And I would always say, go to SCORE. It's free mentoring. Find a mentor through SCORE. Because what that mentor will do will guide you, they'll teach you, they'll challenge you. And number 2, do your research. And number 3, be true to yourself. Because even if you have that mentor and you have this idea and you're saying, this is what I want, and your mentor wants to steer you totally opposite from where you want to go, still be true. Don't feel, okay, because my mentor knows, I'm going to listen. They want me to be an electrician, and I'm actually interested in opening a dance studio. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Be true to yourself. But again, mentor, get a mentor, get a mentor.